Okay, coming on here. Give it a couple minutes. People on, and we'll see how far this goes this week. Last time they cut me off at like 20 some minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Did I shoot? How am I going to change this? Can somebody say something if they're out there? Oh, wait, I got to change this. All right, so I'm going to try this. Okay, I don't know. I gotta edit this, I think. All right, I gotta change this. No, not that one. Where'd it go? Shit. Okay, here's one here. Okay. I don't know how to change this now. I'm gonna have to go out. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I think I eliminated my audience here somehow. Okay, maybe it's this one. Shit, I messed up. Oh man, I don't know what I did here. Shit, I'm such a tech tard. Do I have to start over? Oh my god, okay. So I don't know. Can someone tell me if my sound's okay? I think I might have messed up here with hitting something that I shouldn't have as far as participation from people in the chat. Like I think I hit something like where I have to designate who can talk in the chat, and I didn't want to do that, so I don't know how to get back to it without starting all over again. And I only have a few minutes to like maybe a half an hour here, but then that's all I got last time because they cut me off. That was YouTube doing that. This time I have to be out in a half an hour, but they could end it before that. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody's even here because it doesn't tell me. I talked to people when it said 0 before, so I don't know if there's anybody here or not. So shoot, how do I do this? Oh, maybe this is it. No. Shoot, how do I go back to do this? What am I managing? Can somebody help me? Oh, this is crazy. I did something wrong. I don't have access to that feature. Maybe. No restrictions though. I don't know. It looks like I'm not going to be able to do it or something. I don't know what I did here. Okay, it should be in here. Shit. Oh, okay, I'm still trying to figure this out here, but maybe I got it fixed. All right, so they're burying me. They're not sending out notifications. They're not allowing me to leave comments under other people's videos. I mean, I'm totally shadow banned almost everywhere. A couple places that it doesn't matter so much because I don't interact with them like Matt or so I'm allowed there on these platforms that they're not threatening the system at all. So yes, I am. And then I didn't even realize that people were telling me that it was buffering or freezing or something. And I kept going and it had literally cut everything, the whole video off. So now it's probably not sending out notifications. And I also noticed that other people are spending the whole video talking about things that I only talked about for a few minutes. They spent the whole video talking about it, and I got a strike for it, and it was 2 weeks in screw tube jail. So they're just not letting me say anything to anybody anywhere almost. Like in the midst of a comment or something I'm making, or I leave a comment, the thing pops up and accuses me of hate speech or some other bullshit nonsense. Because I'm telling the truth. Now it's doing it again. I could see that it's doing the same thing it did last time. So it's probably not. If anyone is out there, can you tell me if it's streaming or if it's actually buffering or if I'm frozen? Because I think that's what it did last week, and it was just frozen. And then it happened about almost around 20 minutes in, something like that. Now it's doing it already, and it's not even 10 minutes now. So I don't even know if it's what it's doing. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get to do a live stream now because of what they're doing to me. It's just, they're just coming down with GPS. I'm having problems with my car. I'm having problems with every friggin' thing in this messed up matrix realm simulation, whatever the hell it is. So I'm taking active steps to actually leave this place. I'm cutting back on foods. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I do smoke weed, but that's about it. So am I freezing? I see there's it's showing up that there's people here, but who knows what it's doing? I mean, but if you could tell me how my sound is or anything like that, because I don't know how long this is going to be able to stay up. Is that too loud? Is that okay? I don't even know. I don't even know if it's going, because I thought it was going last week, and I was frozen, and it went for a little while, but then when I watched the playback, and I had been on for like, I don't know, it was like an hour or less, a little less than an hour, but the video itself was only 20 some minutes. So I don't even know if they're letting me talk at all. So I can see why I'm a threat to the machine because I'm saying the things they don't want me to say. And I wanted to show my moldavite that I found. If anyone knows about moldavite, it's a tetrite. Allegedly came from a meteor that hit in Czech Republic or somewhere. I don't know what it was back then. Who knows? But hit the earth. The mantle splashed back up, combined with the elements, the minerals or whatever of the meteorite, and then went back down. And this cost probably about $550. I was told by I talked to somebody at the market yesterday at the farmer's market, and they said it's at $55 a gram, and this is an 11-gram piece that I paid like, it was more like $100 when I got it about 5 years ago. And if you know anything about these things, they tend to disappear and then reappear somewhere else. So I have this wrapped in leather string because I'll be using it as a pendulum to test my foods or whatever I want to ingest or do, or test water or whatever and see if it's any good for me. So, but anyway, I had lost it 2.5 years ago, not days, weeks, or months, years, and it showed up on the floor of the floor at the laundromat on the floor. Now, I guess it was wrapped in some of my clothes, but the clothes I've been wearing lately, I don't know how it ended up in my clothes that I had, like from 2.5 years ago. I wasn't even the size I am now. I was so much thinner then. I've gained some weight because I was having a problem eating. I had no appetite. That's why I had to do the cannabis to get an appetite so I could eat. So can anybody that's here, please put up I don't know where the chat is. Okay, I'm going to try this for a minute. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. All right, I'm just going to end that. Okay, I just want to see it. Okay, now I have it back. Okay, I see. Hi, Lena. Whoops. All right, I had up a question and answer thing there. Okay, so sounds okay. All right, and it's not frozen then, because it started doing what it did the last time. The whole screen started doing weird shit, and then it froze, but I didn't know it froze until later when I realized I had been going, and it had been on for over half an hour of me just being frozen, like you could. I wasn't able to say. I mean, I was saying stuff, but nobody was getting it because I was frozen. First, they said it was buffering, then they said it was frozen, but then I thought it got worked out. But is it a full moon now? Possibly. And I'm a moon child because I'm a Cancer. This was my birthday month. So anyhow, I'm at the library, but I thought for some reason, like the library I normally would go to in Blaine in Washington, up by the Canadian border, is closed on Sunday. So I drove all 20 miles back to Bellingham to the one that is open today, but then they close at 5:00. So, and it's almost 4:30. So, and I have to be out of here like 15 minutes before they close. So I don't know how much. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Hi, sea salt. I got my sea salt water, my Celtic sea salt water. I just made some fresh. And I put in a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt to a quart or liter of water. And sometimes I use distilled water when I can get it. Life is like an L. What's that mean? Like, eek, right angle. So I'm starting to puff out a little bit, but you can see I don't have very many wrinkles down here. I have these from my teeth, I think, because I lost some teeth in here that in the bone makes it like, but I don't have that many wrinkles down here. Doing pretty good for 72. I see these other women with these, oh my God, they're just, this is a decoupage here, and they're so wrinkled. Yeah, that's my biggest message to people, is because I'm not getting to say all the stuff I want to say about foods and that soiled green stuff. That's now it's in the food. But I can't talk about it because they're gonna. Who knows? I don't know. I can't tell I'm not telling anybody what to do at all. I'm just saying what I do, what works for me. No, I'm not in the best of shape right now because I have been going through some horrific, I'd call it torture if anybody knows about what's going on in this world. I don't know if anybody else is being tortured, but I feel the frequencies. I feel the radiation. I feel all this stuff. I'm clairsentient, so I feel everything. That's how my information comes to me, is through my feelings and through my senses. But like there's people that are clairaudient that can hear stuff that I don't hear that. I don't get that. There's people that are clairvoyant, they see stuff. I'm clairsentient, have always been. So I don't call myself a psychic or anything like that, but I feel certain things. I feel vibrations. I can tell a train is coming from, I don't know how far away it is, but I hear it I feel it in my body, the vibration, way before I hear any sound, the whistle or the horn that they blow when it gets near. Yeah, an empath. So anybody that's an empath is going to feel a lot of the stuff that we feel as empaths. We pick up all these things that other people don't feel at all. And it's torturous. I'm telling you, it's a gift and a curse at the same time. So anybody that's an empath can relate to that and understand, like just the things that I witness, because I live in my car and I'm on the road all the time and I see all the homelessness and all the despair and all the stuff. Like yesterday, I watched a guy digging through the garbage at the rest stop trying to get some food. So I just went out to go like throw something away, and I asked him if he would like some food. And so he said, yeah, he would take some food. So I went and got him a big bottle of juice, and that I wasn't going to drink anyway because it's cranberry juice from concentrate. But for someone that's starving or whatever, and then I gave him some other stuff and everything. And who do we have here, Drunken Surfer? I don't know. Why would you want to do that to the spiders? I don't do that. I don't kill spiders. I take them outside if I don't want them in there. I draw the line at mosquitoes, though. I let insects crawl on me. Tiny little bugs will go into your pores and clean you out. So, like, I don't necessarily like the feeling of insects crawling on me, but I know that they're doing a good thing. So, usually, the little tiny spiders will crawl on me. Too many spiders. I don't know, unless there's some kind of weaponized spider. I don't have an issue with spiders. I draw the line at mosquitoes. I tell them, get out of my car, get away from me, or you're gonna die. I'm warning you now, if you don't leave, I'm gonna kill you. Sorry. And then I do. If they come near me, I just will kill them. Or I burn those citronella candles, and they're attracted to that, and then they die in the candle wax. Oh, they're big spiders? Well, I was bit here. You could probably see it. There's a pretty big scar on my thing up here. It's about a good inch or so big, where I got bit by a brown recluse. And people say that, oh, that don't happen. Well, they're full of shit. It does happen. So, and I've encountered like black widows, but I never even kill them. I don't know. I don't really kill spiders. I mean, I have trapped them before under, glass, and then I will take them outside and throw them away. The public schools. Hi, Renee. Cedar, geranium, lemongrass, catnip, cinnamon, and peppermint. I have all those except catnip, which I will get. I thought I used to have some, but I don't know where I don't have it, I guess. For the fleas, okay. Well, I don't have any animals, and I don't have to deal with fleas, thank God. But I don't know what it was. I'm assuming it was chiggers. I have over 20 bites on each foot, not just both of them, both feet. So they're just healing up now. It's been a couple weeks it took them to heal. And I don't know where I got. At first I thought they were mosquito bites, but then there were so many of them, and they were on the top and bottom of my feet. So, and I had socks on, so I guess they can bite. Does anybody know about chiggers? What about Arizona? Yeah, I know you could put like peppermint, or you can even put powdered like cinnamon around your door frames to keep out spiders, ants, whatever. I don't know if if all the insects are sensitive to, but I think that they can't breathe. It suffocates them. No, it wasn't bed bugs. They were from outside, I think. I don't, because it was just at one time. It wasn't like continuously. It was all from one event, wherever I stepped into something. Because my daughter said that's what it looked like, because of the nature of them. They were all just down on below my lower leg, from my ankles down to my feet. They were between my toes and all that. So it had to be chiggers. I didn't see it happening. I didn't feel it happening, but oh my God, did it itch afterwards. So I use witch as a anti, what's the word? Anti-itch. Antihistamine, but also water is one of the best antihistamines there is. So if you take a shower or soak in a tub or something like that. Yeah, I've been in fire ants, so it could have possibly been that. I've been bit by a bunch of red ants, and it was probably pretty similar, if I can remember. That happened when I was in Florida. The ants stink? Oh, I don't remember that. I don't know. They were pretty big bites to be fleas, I think, too big of a bite. And would fleas be contained in one area? I wasn't around any dogs or fleas on them that I know of. So I just think either I stepped into a pile of red ants, maybe like in the middle of the night, because at first I thought it was mosquitoes in the car, but then I get out like once or twice, a couple times during the night to go pee. So I could have, and I'm usually parked. I try to find places that are like in the woods or close to trees and nature and stuff like that, because I want to be away from the lights, away from the traffic, away from the towers, the cell towers and stuff like that, because I am super, super sensitive to the frequencies and the radiation. I don't know if anybody else is picking up on this. Maybe it's because I detox so much. I detox like literally every day, and I've been doing it for like going on 8 years now. So I am constantly cleaning out whatever I put in me, because I'm still like cheating all the time, even though I've restricted my diet so bad. I mean, so much that I'm down to my, what I'm allowed to eat is like down to like 12 things. It's so limited. And I'm trying to do when I do eat meat, I'm trying to eat it as raw as possible, and that's really hard to do. Like, and I don't eat pork at all. I only eat because of what I believe about pork. So it's not. I think it's part of the cannibalism that's being pushed now. Yeah, the fleas bite people. Sure they do. What do you limit? I'm sorry if I'm like missing other people's things. If you have a question, put a question. You can put it in caps if it's a question. Um, but thank you for not putting everything in caps because I have to tell people it's not okay. Hi, Spaldo. Pork is, you know why pork is so good? Can you figure it out? Think about pigs. If they were a hybrid, what would they be? It's like a wild boar. And the human meat is allegedly the best tasting, sweetest meat there is. So that explains why bacon and pork and ham and all that is so tasty. I used to like it like a long time ago, but now I won't allow myself that. I draw the line at that, the natural flavoring that's in like 80% plus of the foods. I don't even shop at the store. The only thing I'll get at the store is citrus like lemon and lime and maple syrup that's bottled from Vermont or Canada or wherever it comes from. That's it. Um, and like I used to get coffee, but I'm quitting coffee. I'm now recently when I quit caffeine, but I'm still drinking some. I just have like 1 cup a day of decaf that is water processed and getting it in whole beans and having to grind it myself because they might be putting stuff into the coffee. Like they're putting graphene in everything, I think. So who knows what they're doing to the foods. And if you read the labels, you'll see like in a lot of the baked goods, you know, at most of the supermarkets are say on it now contains a bioengineered food ingredient. So I don't know exactly what that is. I think it's more than just GMO wheat, which is bad enough. Good for you, Renee. I know, just, well, you think about pigs have nice pink skin, sort of like us humans. I mean, we have all different colors and stuff like that, you know. So there's pigs are beige and pink and light, but they're light colored, have very little hair on them. So if they're half boar, wild boar, and half people, the hybrid, why do you think that they're using pig parts to replace human parts? I mean, that's just easy to figure out if you know, if you're, unless you're afraid to think about it, which most people don't want to think about the stuff that's going on. I don't blame them. The coffee is hard to quit, yeah. And I'm not much of a tea person, so it's like I used to like black tea, but that's still back to caffeine, so I don't do that. So for right now, I'm just weaning myself off the coffee, trying to drink less and less amounts of decaf even, not caffeinated coffee until like, you know, like yesterday I didn't even have any. Today I had some, but it's decaf. I cooked it at the rest stop. So, I was sitting there. I pulled into this rest stop and there was a guy. He was literally scrounging through the garbage. It was just so sad to see because that's the empath in me. Just like it breaks my heart to see what's happening to mankind. And I do not like the word humanity. I don't like human being. I will stick with the word man, meaning man or woman, just mankind in general. Yeah, but what do we have? Do we know what bioengineered means? I mean, it used to be just GMO'd, but they're doing other stuff because I will not buy anything that has natural flavoring in it. So if you go to the store and you pick up any product and you read all the ingredients on it, 8 out of 10 products are going to say natural flavoring, and they're not saying what the natural flavoring is. And people and babies and insects and animals are all as natural as it gets, right? That's all natural. Yeah, I don't do honey. I do maple syrup. Maple syrup has the the minerals in it. Honey might be okay if it's, first of all, if it's local to you within 20 miles of where you live. And if it's produced in that same area, because the whole point of that is getting the pollens and everything that the bees collect in your specific area. But I travel around the country all the time. Right now, I'm not traveling because I can't. For one thing, because my car is still unregistered. I have the title and everything, but I haven't put it in my name because they wanted $400 and some dollars, and that means that's that much less money I'll have to buy another vehicle, and that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to keep investing in this car that I have now. If I'm just going to get rid of it, it was a temporary car to begin with because I was stuck in Oregon for 3 weeks in a parking place trying to figure out what to do. And I had no way of going to see vehicles to get another one to replace the other because the transmission blew. So then this guy ended up driving the car to me 45 minutes away. He drove the car to me. So I just got it as a temporary vehicle. So, and then the rest of the money that I was going to put towards it, I've been saving that and trying to add more to it so I can get a decent full-size van, like a cargo van or something, because this minivan is just way too small. I have a cot in there for my bed, and that takes up most of the space. And I have it at a friend's house now, but I did have my massage table in there. I was hoping I could do maybe mobile massage, but it's not. People are so weird right now that they're all in the fear state. Oh, they can't be touched, and they got to wear their gloves, and that's coming back again, I guess. There's nothing hardly really good to eat. I get some things at the farmer's market. Like I go once a week on Saturdays to the market. So I got some pullet
May I have
eggs.
your attention, please?
Okay,
The library closes in 15 minutes.
So I
If you have materials to check out or have any holes to pick up,
I got to
please
start
bring them to the
winding down
self-checkout
here because they're going to
station at
close
this
the
time.
library in
If you need a
15
new
minutes.
library card, please proceed to the help desk at this time.
So now I
New
forget what I
library
was
cards
talking.
will
Oh,
not be
come on
issued until
already.
5 minutes to closing time. If you need to complete any print jobs or photocopy, please begin that process now.
So if you go shopping, read the labels.
Thank you.
They may not be specific, but like I just draw the line at natural flavors. And also the other thing they're putting in there that is very suspect is these gums. The gums will probably gum you up. But there's acacia gum, there's cellulose gum, there's guar gum, there's this gum, there's that gum. Sometimes there's 2 and 3 different ones in there. So if they combined those and just said gums, like as a one ingredient, even though there's breaking them up into different kinds, that would be way at the top of the list because they usually list it in the amounts that are the biggest part of each thing. So whatever it mostly is, if it's mostly wheat or sugar is usually high up there. And sometimes they do that with the sugar too. They break it into different sugars so that there's cane sugar and honey or some other kind of sugar or something. So there's like 2 or 3 different sugars that makes the sugar look like there's less. But meanwhile, if you added all the sugars together, they'd be right at the top. So, and the whole food pyramid, is upside down. It's like we need the most important thing is the salt and the fat. The fat carries the toxins out. They attach, they get caught up in the fat, and the fat takes it away. So that's why they've demonized the fat overall. You know, they started doing all this low fat, no fat skim milk, you know, low fat everything, low sodium, no salt. The very things we need, they're eliminating from the foods. So there's very little foods left to eat. And the foods they're organic is, there's no such thing as organic. And they're putting it under, you know, they're putting it under plastic, and the plastic's being absorbed, and that's an estrogen, and that's why the men are feminized and have the man boobs and breast cancer for men now and everything because of the plastics. So let me see if I can read these real quick. People say eat well, eat healthy. People don't know what healthy is. They don't realize that the food is not healthy, and vegetables aren't good for us. Plants are not meant to be eaten. They cannot run away. That's why they have anti-nutrients in them. So you don't eat them. So the whole veganism is a psyop, and I feel bad for the people that are on it, but they think that, they're holier than thou. I mean, look what happened to Santos. I don't know if he's still like that, but it was like, man, I had to get away from him. He just went so bizarre with his speech and his screaming at people and calling them all kind of filthy, disgusting, perverted names. And look at him with the black circles and the transparent skin and thin and skinny and weak, and he just don't look healthy at all. He's underweight, and I don't know. And then I was trying to help him with something. He actually threatened me, like, for trying to give him information. I don't know. He came to my channel at one point when I was showing the Morgellons and stuff like that, which I think he has, but he's in denial about it. He doesn't, either he's embarrassed to talk about it, or for whatever reason, he never talks about it. So he talks about all this astrotheology stuff that's so impractical. How is that helping us? How, with your daily life? We need to know more about the foods and the things that we're ingesting and the air we're breathing. And I can't believe the people that don't know about chemtrails. And they just look at me like, and I say, look at this. Look at all this metal stuff coming out of me from all the detoxing and stuff. It's just coming out of me, and they see it right in front of their face, and they can't make any sense of it. They can't wrap their head around it. So they go into denial about it. And I don't know if they're judging me or not, but I mean, I have gotten called, people call me a meth addict and stuff like that, which I'm so far removed from that kind of stuff. I mean, back in the day, back in the 80s, I was maybe doing drugs, but not like, no, not anymore. I know too much about the medical, industrial complex. Cactus bugs. I thought, isn't the strawberry flavoring comes from beaver anal glands or something? Yeah, the food is not normal or natural or anything. It is toxic. Our bodies are just, people are getting acclimated to it, I guess, and they don't. But if you go off, like I was reading some comments about people who went off, they did a water fast or did somewhat kind of detoxing or stayed off certain things for a long time, and then they went back, and then they tried to eat something like pasta that they hadn't had for like a long time, and how sick it made them feel just from one meal, because they were so removed from it for so long. Like now I eat rice or something like that, and it makes me feel sluggish and tired and just not really feeling good. So lately I've been really feeling tired. Anybody else going through this really tired thing? And I've been trying to get more sleep than I normally used to. Like I used to be able to function on like 6 hours was enough, but now I'm trying to like go longer and just rest my body, because it's just been so under attack with all that different stuff that's going on the vaporization of everything. Manhattan, Kansas. Is that the name of a town in Kansas? Manhattan. I never heard of that. I don't know what is that. Oryx and crack. I don't know what that is. Great. But anyway, well, thanks everyone for coming up, for popping in, and I will try. I don't know when I'll get back on here next, but then I know better now the time frame that if I want to come here. So I'm going to see if there's any other libraries that I can go, because these are nice. Like, it's air conditioned in here. If I wanted to, I could use the whiteboard and pretend, like, well, I don't have to pretend I'm a teacher, because I am a teacher. I have a teacher's degree in cosmetology, which leads into a lot of the things that are important. So thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope you all are feeling pretty well and happy. And here's the biggest defense we have. Try to stay smiling, because they know they got you if you're depressed, if you're frustrated, if you're angry. I see all these people saying how they're fuming, and that's just what they want. They're feeding off of this. So we want to starve these freaks. Don't give them your energy. Thank you for that, Cecil. So try to remember that when you start getting depressed or down or mad or anything, try to switch that back into a positive thing. Try to smile. Go out and be in nature or somewhere where it can help dissolve any of these things, and let it go. Let it go. They're banking on you hanging on to that negativity. They're feeding off of this. And I don't want to cut off their supply. So I'm separating from a lot of things. I'm trying to disconnect from the matrix. It's really, really hard, but it's, there's so many dependencies we have, and you don't realize how many there are until you start breaking them, breaking your addictions, breaking even just your taste for things that, aren't really good for you, whether it's sugar or whatever, which probably feeds the fungus we all have within us. So, anyway, I'm going to have to probably get off here, because it's like 5 minutes they're going to close, so they're going to come over here and start yelling at me to get out of here. So, okay, I'm going to thank you, and then I'll try to come back maybe in a couple days or something like that. And we'll just pick up where we left off, and bring your lists. I want people to start making lists of their skill sets and share them.
The library is closing.
Okay, they're closing. So I would like you to do that, and don't be afraid to do that, because that's what they're going to try to make you, who do you think you are? And all, they're going to try to make you, who do you think you are? And all that stuff. Be proud of who you are. Be, proud of the things that you do, things that you do well, and that you can even teach other people. So I hope you come back again whenever I can get back on here in a couple days. So, okay, much love to all. Take care. Be well. Stay sovereign.